2010's The Fighter was nominated for 7 Academy Awards. 2012's Silver Linings Playbook received 8 nominations. And then 2013's American Hustle topped them with 10 nominations.
All 3 films were directed by David O. Russell. He'll join another Academy Awards regular, Alexander Payne, in Omaha next month. But ahead of that, a special series.
Rachel Jacobson is here. She returns from Film Streams. Take us through some of the current events and then future events and all kinds of events you guys have down there at Film Streams.
So much
We
going
enjoy
on.
your
busy, right?
Well,
Thank you.
well, it's lovely to see you both.
Hey, good to see you. What do you think about those pillows?
You know, I am really hoping you guys get a bunch in the mail, like, you know, like
some
kind of like
bread.
hand sewn, just like
Yes.
white with a big N on it.
Yes,
That would
I
be
agree.
awesome.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Put 'em out
that would
here.
be so nice. Needlepoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about this feature 6 because it's about, what, 5 weeks away?
Yes, yeah, it's November 10th. So, yeah, so we have feature almost every year, pretty much every year. And Alexander Payne, who's on our board and a huge supporter, he always invites someone to be part of our fundraiser. And basically this year, he, as you said, he invited David O. Russell,
That's great.
who's an amazing filmmaker, and his last 3 films have been huge. I mean, they've done so well at the Academy
amazing.
Awards. And I mean, Jennifer Lawrence won the Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook.
What would you
all of
expect
these
from that
actors are nominated.
conversation? There are always these headlines, you know, when Alexander's talking to his peers. What do you expect out of this conversation?
Well, they're friends. They know each other pretty well. So I think they're going to be pretty comfortable with one another. And so it'll probably be pretty interesting. I mean, and it's kind of cool because they both started out in the 90s as kind of independent filmmakers, making these like kind of quirkier films for smaller audiences. And then they kind of blew up and, you know, started making these kind of prestige Oscar films, but they've still really stayed true to their vision. And I think David O. Russell, both of them are kind of at the height of their career as artists, and they really just have an amazing voice, you know.
Well, David's doing incredibly well. All the nominations, all those Oscar nominations that we mentioned off the top.
Are tickets still available for the gala?
Yes, tickets are still available, and basically the way it works, we always have a pre-party at the Holland Center, and it starts at 5:30, and then there's a presentation starting at 7 and a post-party. So there's different ticket packages. You could just go to the presentation, and that's only $35. And actually, if you're an artist or a filmmaker or you're a student and you can't afford the $35, we have a lot of generous donors who buy tickets for people. So we actually are going to have vouchers for free tickets if you really want to attend but can't afford it.
You can buy them online.
Yeah. So it starts at $35, and then at $150 you can go to the presentation and then a post-party afterwards. And then at $250 you can go to the pre-party, the presentation, and the post-party.
Do it all.
And the guests will be there, and it's really fun.
So Alexander Payne, it's an interview type format. Is kind of how you did it the last few years. So he's going to be kind of interviewing David, and it's a conversation. It's really fun. But also, you're going to be showing a number of David's films coming this fall as well, right?
Yeah, we always do that. We do, like, you know, because we have this whole repertory program where we show classics from throughout the history of cinema, and these are more recent classics, but we always celebrate our feature guests by doing a series of their films, a retrospective of his films. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to show all of his movies, basically, every movie he's made.
We'll get to fall first run in a second because you've got several of those, but you're also celebrating local filmmakers. How are you doing that?
Well, we do that every year, and basically we take submissions and we have a jury. And this year the jury is made up of Omaha World Herald writers, Casey Logan, who used to be on our staff and used to come on here every once in a while, and Bob Fishbach, the critic, and Matt Hansen, the columnist, Sarah Baker Hansen, his wife, who is the food columnist. They were the jury, and Micah Murtis, who heads the Go section. So they were the jury, and they watched about 10, 15 hours of footage among them. And then they kind of come to the theater and narrow it down and have a viewing party. And then they pick the best films. And we put together basically a 2-hour program of mostly short films. And it's really, really diverse this year. We have one film that a bunch of student filmmakers made about Peony Park. That's really cool. There's another documentary about a guy who makes these special kind of glasses locally. He's like an interesting character. There's a bunch of music videos. There's always music videos because Omaha is such a music town. So there's a Fate video, and there's an Arenda Fink video. both directed by Nick Fackler, who did Lovely Still. So
we have less than a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Give us give us a second on each of the 6 first row films.
Okay, 1 second. So this is Skeleton Twins, Bill Hader, Kristen Wiig, Saturday Night Live, but it's actually a drama, but it's also very funny.
Okay.
So this is 20,000 Days on Earth. This is Nick Cave. He is such an incredible musician, and this is a documentary about him. It's kind of an experimental documentary. It's really wonderful. This is Birdman, okay? So we got an exclusive on Birdman, which is so exciting. This is like a huge hit out of the festivals. Everyone's kind of talking about it. And
there's 3
Michael
more.
Keaton.
Yeah, and then there's 3 more, but we don't have those pictures. We got to get running. But filmstreams.org for all the information, for feature, for all that stuff.
Yeah, lots of great films coming up. Today we're opening this one called Love is Strange that I think is going to be really, really good. Yeah,
I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend that one.
Thanks, Rachel.
Yeah,
you did well.
Great to see you. Have a great weekend.